Hello, Danger Rick here. Going to talk about the Free the Armadillo visuals, how I put everything together for the video, and we'll just kind of jump right into it. So first off, there is the intro clip here. So Otis running back from the snow. So as you can see, this is black and white. Then there's color. So just simple keying right there. This is the one thing that I didn't put through the projector, which I'll kind of describe in a minute. Runs in, keyed out the door. I was going to use this a different way, but we'll kind of just keep it going here. So, all right. So basically, the way that I put this video together was that I used found footage, mostly safety videos and stuff like that. I used different clips from South Park episodes, Aqua Teen Hunger Force, old school cartoons, Tasmanian Devil, and I put together a visual overlay together in Premiere Pro, and then I exported that, and then I ended up buying a projector that I basically put the file onto a flash drive, projected it on my white wall, wore a white sweatshirt, and basically filmed that with the 2-camera setup. And from there, I just kind of made it up as I was going along. So what I'll do here is, as far as the visuals, I'll describe the thought behind what I was doing, and then kind of how it matches up the lyrics a little bit too. So Free the Armadillo, the way this is kind of put together was I put the whole song together. I did all the filming. I edited it all together. And then I get to the final step, which is coming up with the title. Some people do it the other way around. I typically come up with the title last thing. So I was stuck between Year of the Boomerang and Free the Armadillo, but my fiance talked me into doing Free the Armadillo. So that's what we stuck with, and that's what we're going with. So as you can see here, there's a guy bending over. Proper ergonomics. You want to lift through the legs. Don't bend over at the waist. You're going to hurt yourself. It doesn't take much to hurt yourself in a working environment. So it's the Year of the Boomerang. So Boomerang, old school Cartoon Network clip. That was something that was before Toonami on comedy or on Cartoon Network. So something that I could kind of throw in there. Slinging these verses like the cartel, and there's a guy wearing a sling, doing some type of climbing or fall protection related activity. Return from hell to Free the Armadillo. So there's a video clip of an armadillo kind of shaking its shell, going crazy, and obviously the inspiration for the title as well. I'm a trained gorilla pounding on my chest. And then there's King Kong, 1933, on top of the building, swinging at all the airplanes. Kind of the most iconic clip that I could really use there. Looking back, I could have used maybe a Donkey Kong 64 clip or something, but I think this is kind of hits the nail on the head a little bit better. Feeling down and dangerous. You know what's dangerous? Cleaning up hazardous waste. So as you can see with the overlay here, these guys are cleaning up a drum that's been knocked over. It's been leaking all over. Little flames right there. Guy climbing a ladder or climbing a chair, falls over. Rising above. Now watch me. I'm an overlord with a hoverboard. Time to overload the scoreboard. And you can kind of see here a little bit is the hoverboard clip that I saw from an 80s commercial. So right there, you can see it's a hoverboard right from the 80s. Technology is just amazing. Prince of Darkness with a film degree. So I used the clip from an old school Black Sabbath. Obviously, Prince of Darkness is Ozzy Osbourne. So I used that clip in there. So part of the reason why I did some of the acid overlays and the effects that way, so the main reason was to avoid copyright, because I use various clips in here that are owned by other people. So my way of getting around that is by putting on some trippy visuals, playing it through a projector, and filming it again that way. So luckily going through those various steps, this thing hasn't got flagged yet. So moral of the story, Prince of Darkness with a film degree. Got one for safety to help pay the mortgage. This is kind of like just a filler. This is kind of like an environmental clip. Drop from the sky with doom in my pocket. I'm Wile E. Coyote strapped to his rocket. So, as you can see here, there is a rocket. It's kind of hard to see a little bit, which kind of sucks, but so there's the rocket, there's Wile E. Coyote lighting it, and then he basically lights it and he goes off, and that's kind of the lyrics that go in congruent with that. You don't even know. I make songs to watch, so here's the show. So this is kind of a side angle. It's kind of hard to see, but basically it's a projector projecting. I don't even know what that is, but something on the background. I look down the scope to shoot down hope, just to find a vein. Now ain't that dope? So as you can see here, there is a needle and there's an arm, and this is actually from the South Park episode Guitar Queero, when Stan's dad is playing Heroin Hero on the TV. So kind of a good little symbolism thing there. I value the dollar, best bought in bulk, beat down the Hulk into a pulp. So there's a clip of Aqua Teen Hunger Force here. Meatwad wearing the Hulk mask. He's actually purple, which kind of plays into the whole Hulk thing a little bit. And Master Shake is about to beat him with the sword. So that's pretty neat. Beat down the Hulk into a pulp. Climb to the roof to increase the chances. I jump for joy given the circumstances. So the background visual is basically an demonstration from fall protection. So there's somebody falling here from the top rung. You can kind of see him here falling on my shirt, kind of dangling here. And when it goes to the front shot, you can see he's just hanging there. So that's the point of fall protection. So if you do fall off a top layer or a roof or whatever it is, it's going to keep you safe. Anything above 4 feet should require fall protection. I won't get into this now, but it's something to consider. And then some of these clips. This is an arc flash. So basically, you can't really see it that well, but there's a guy standing in front of an electrical box. It explodes. He starts on fire, and then the acid effect is very powerful for here. It plays into a lot of the crazy visuals. So really, here is every color under the rainbow, pretty much. Floating to my raft in the Amazon. I'm a modern day phenomenon. Don't need a ghost writer like Nicolas Cage. Obviously, I'm referring to a ghost writer, like you don't write your own stuff. So this is the opening sequence that I put in here. Not the opening sequence, but basically the opening title. Let me back this up a little bit so you can actually see it. Unlike most writers, I got biblical rage. So just the word biblical rage was pretty cool. Little phrase there. Smack you down with the hand of God. So I use a clip from Super Smash Brothers, Nintendo 64. The final boss was basically just a giant hand. So here's basically the hand smacking around Mario on the final level. Just some welding. Sending death threats via telegraph. So here's the guy that created the telegraph, projected on here. Pretty straightforward. And then some of these last clips are just kind of extreme visual effects. The safety videos here might be just something from an old manufacturing facility or lockout tagout training or something like that. Couldn't really tell you. I have a lot of safety videos that I can kind of use for this kind of stuff, so it's kind of hard to keep it straight at times. Staggering through this battleground. So you can see here is Ronald McDonald picking up his arm in a battlefield. This is a clip from Imagination Land, the South Park episode. Obviously a big homage to Saving Private Ryan, where there's the clip of the guy walking around, picks his arm up in the middle of the battleground, getting shot at, things are blowing up, all sorts of crazy shit. So that's the reference. There's a lady that I put in reverse taking off a N95. So COVID's almost over. Let's keep it going. The melting clock, pretty neat, especially with the acid overlays. Pretty simple. The devil's done more than God ever will. So instead of having a devil, I have the Tasmanian devil kind of playing into the cartoons and South Park and the safety videos and all that stuff. It's better than just having Satan just kind of flashing his face in there. So I thought it was a little bit more creative. And then people sledding. Just kind of some extra additional clips. Makes it a little bit more interesting. And then the final placards. poison, flammable solids. So pretty straightforward kind of video. So on the surface, again, it's pretty much just the 2-camera setup, projecting the original layer through the projector and then filming that again on the white background with the white sweatshirt, and from there it's pretty much just put together. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So hope you guys like it. I'm going to keep cranking these videos out, and hopefully make them a little bit better every time until they're halfway decent. So all right, guys, take care.